Hello everyone, my name is Badril and today we will be presenting about teacher quality and educational aspirations. Now, for the learning outcomes, today we will divide this presentation into three parts, which is the educational development for section 1 and section 2, aspirations and direction of education, and section 3, the impact of teacher quality on student performance. Now, moving on to the first one, which is the educational development. Educational development, the influence of teacher quality on educational development. Educational development is the cornerstone of national progress, shaping individuals who contribute meaningfully to society. In Malaysia, the pursuit of education excellence is guided by the Malaysia Education Blueprint 2013 and 2025, which, in this case, it emphasized the need for a world-class education system to foster economic growth and national unity. A critical factor in achieving these aspirations is the quality of teachers, as they directly in this case, the teachers is not indirectly impacting the national aspect, but it directly impact the effectiveness of the teaching and learning process. Now we can see that here, Malaysia Education Blueprint is one of the things that Malaysia's education system created to in emphasizing the education aspect in Malaysia. As we all know, education is something that we should all have. Therefore, I can see the reason why Malaysia is emphasizing this education system. Now, moving on, the quality of an education system cannot exceed the quality of its teachers. This is a quote said by McKinsey and Company. Now, the main question pops up in your mind: why is teacher quality crucial? Now, this has been probably the biggest questions of your life, as the students are the one who's learning. Why is the quality of the teachers is crucial? It is vital. Why? I mean, they are not the one who is learning. They are not the one who's going to be the leaders in the future. So why is it crucial? Now, for the first one, it is highly competent teacher that directly impacts student success. Now we can see that the word directly mentioned again. Now, teachers are one of the entities that plays a vital role in shaping students' understanding. Now, let's see that research consistently shows that teacher effectiveness is the most significant related school factor influencing student achievement. For instance, a study by the Academic Policy highlights that teachers are paramount in affecting students' learning outcome. Now, we can see that it says here that teachers are paramount in affecting students' learning outcomes. We can see that the better the teacher is, the better the student gets. That's what it's trying to say, as the student's outcome is directly influenced by the teacher itself. Therefore, that's why the teacher's quality is crucial. When the teacher's quality is top notch, the students will learn from it. Moving on to effective teachers create an engaging and critical learning environment. Now, in this case, they employ diverse instructional strategies to foster critical thinking and adaptability among students. As noted by the RAND Corporation, teachers significantly influence student achievement more than any other aspect of schooling. Now, first of all, let's analyze the aspect of the schooling. First, we have the teachers, and then we have the system, and Probably we have the subject itself, what more? The rules of the school. Now, among all this aspect, teachers are the one which is the vital one, the most crucial one. Therefore, this is one of the things that's directly, significantly influence students by it. The teachers is the one. So, meaning to say that teachers are not just someone who's gonna teach her. This is more than that. We at this point we don't know what we are talking about, as teachers in this case are actually one of the most important being as we talk about this topic. So, moving on. Now, the role of teacher quality in education development. First, we will define teacher quality. Teacher quality is defined by a combination of expertise, commitment, and adaptability in fostering student success. Highly quality teachers believe that all students can learn, treat them equitably, and tailor their instruction to meet individual needs. They possess strong subject knowledge, connect their discipline to broader fields, and employ diverse strategies to enhance practical thinking and problem-solving skills. Effective teachers can also create engaging learning environments, collaborate with colleagues, and continuously assess students' progress to improve outcomes beyond instruction. They reflect on their practices, embrace lifelong learning, and make informed decisions based on research and experience. Additionally, they contribute to the broader educational community by shaping policies, evaluating school progress, and utilizing available resources to support student development. Now, this is the whole length of text. But to make it simple, moving on, first, we have the expertise and instruction mastery. Now, this three aspect is the aspect that what teachers' quality is all about. First, we have expertise and instructional mastery. High quality teachers possess strong subject knowledge and understand how to deliver it effectively. They connect their discipline to broader fields and use diverse teaching strategies to enhance students' critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Moving on to the next one, commitment to the student growth. Effective teachers believe that all students can learn, treat them equitably, and tailor their instruction to meet individual needs. They create engaging learning environments, foster student development, and continuously assess progress to improve outcomes. For the last one, professionalism and continuous development. Now, great educators reflect on their practices, embrace lifelong learning, and make informed decisions based on research and experience. They contribute to the educational community by shaping policies, evaluating school progress, and utilizing resources to support student success. Now, that is all about teachers' quality. Now, when talking such topic, it is crucial that we should know that teachers plays a vital role in this. Therefore, this leads us to the next topic, which is education in Malaysia versus international standards. Now, progress in education. Malaysia has made significant strides in education through reforms like the Malaysia Education Blueprint, which is what we have talked about in the first one, focusing on teacher quality, technology integration, and student performance. While urban schools benefit from this advancement, rural areas still struggle with limited resources, highlighting the need for balanced development. Now, although Malaysia has excelled in quite a few other things in the aspect of education, but when talking about the rural areas, it needs more overview. We need to look more at it rather than developing the one in the cities, because moving on to the urban versus rural. Urban schools have better facilities, qualified teachers, and diverse extracurricular activities, giving students a competitive edge. Meanwhile, rural schools face outdated infrastructure, teacher shortage, and limited access to learning tools, leading to lower students' performance and fewer opportunities. Bridging the gap to ensure equal education, targeted intervention are needed, such as increased funding for rural schools, teaching, and technology-driven remote learning solutions. Now, all this is the education in Malaysia. But when talking about the international standards, Finland renowned for its student-centric approach. Finland has been one of the best education systems in the world. Canada's education system, on the other hand, is celebrated for its inclusivity and holistic learning approach, making it better, since the inner self of the students is the root part of what's making them a good student. Moving on to the last one, Singapore consistently ranks highly in international assessment, a testament to its rigorous education system. This is a proof that Singapore's education system is one of the supreme one, as most of the time they excel in international assessment. Moving on to pedagogy, current pedagogical trends in education. Now, first of all, the integration of IT in learning. It is well known that we use technology that enhances education through AI-driven tools, virtual classroom, and interactive platform, such as this in the video. Instead of making it face-to-face, we are using video to continue our assessment. Now, systems like Google Classroom and Frog VLE personalized learning, while VR and AR curate immersive experience in subjects like science and math. Moving on to deep learning, modern education moves beyond memorization, emphasizing critical thinking and real-world application. Finland's phenomenon-based learning and Malaysia's project-based learning (PBL) encourage innovation and problem-solving skills. For the last one, it is personalized education. Adaptive learning software and data-driven teaching help tailor education to individual students' needs. Countries like Singapore use performance tracking, while Malaysia adopts blended learning to ensure a customized approach. That's all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And my name is Muhammad Azizul bin Tamim. Today I will be presenting section 2, aspiration and future directions of Malaysia's education. So the first one is we're going to look at the five aspirations of the national education system and link it to teacher quality. So let's look at the first one, which is access, equal learning opportunities. So the first one is adaptive teaching tailors learning to students' abilities, helping rural and underprivileged students. Second one is technology integration, for example, online learning, digital tools, expand access to education. We're going to maximize the use of technology in teaching. And for example, we can look at Finland's equal education policy provides the same quality of education across urban and rural areas. And what are the impact on Malaysia? It better access for rural students through well-trained teachers and reduce learning disparities between urban and rural school. Let's look at the second aspiration, which is quality, enhancing student learning outcomes, higher order thinking skills, which is HOT, or in Malay known as KEBAT, kemahiran berfikir aras tinggi. Training helps students analyze, innovate, and solve problems. Second one is innovative pedagogy, which for example inquiry-based learning, STEM, and project-based learning fosters creativity and independent learning. And what are the examples that we can look at? We can take Singapore. Singapore's teachers training programs contribute to top global rankings in PISA. As we can see, Singapore's in the leaderboard is one of the leading countries in PISA. And what are the impact on Malaysia? Better student performance in global performance, PISA and TIMSS. As we can see, Malaysia is not really ranked quite low, if I'm not mistaken, 40 plus, which we need to improve that, and stronger problem solving and STEM skill, and more effective classroom engagement. Let's look at the third one, equity, reducing achievement gaps. Culturally responsive teaching addresses socioeconomic and language barriers. Second, special education training enables teachers to support students with disabilities. And what are the examples that we can look at? Canada's inclusive education policy provides personalized support for diverse learners. And what are the impact on Malaysia? A narrower socioeconomic achievement gaps and stronger inclusion of students with special needs. Let's look at the fourth one, unity, strengthening national identity. So civic education and history teachers instill patriotism and cultural appreciation. Multicultural engagement in schools foster understanding and tolerance. And what are the example that we look at? We can just look at Malaysia's Rukun Negara education program. It enforces core national values in school. And what are the impact on Malaysia? Stronger national identity and unity among students, reduce racial misunderstanding and conflicts. So let's look at the last one, 45 aspiration of the national education system, which is efficiency, optimizing resources and education management, which is digital tools and AI assisted teaching. Assisted teaching reduce teachers' workload and enhance classroom management. Second, data-driven assessment allows teachers to track student progress more efficiently. And as what I said, we need to maximize the use of technology and AI to the maximum. For example, China's AI-driven smart classroom optimized lesson planning and student progress tracking, which reduce the teacher workload and also effectively change the algorithm of the teaching methodology itself. And what the impact on Malaysia? More engaging, tech enhanced learning experience, less teacher burnout due to administrative workload. And second, we're going to look at the teacher quality and the five aspiration of the six student aspiration, the six national education system for students. So the first one is thinking skills, enhancing critical and creative thinking. Teacher trained in higher order thinking skill helps students analyze, innovate and solve problems, and it inquiry-based and project-based learning encourage independent thinking. So for example, Finland's phenomenon-based learning, PHBL, use real-world problems to develop thinking skill and make these students think outside the comfort zone and outside the box. And the impact of students are high engagement in critical thinking, problem-solving activities, and better adaptability in innovation and innovation-driven careers. For example, STEM stuff. And second, bilingual proficiency, which is mastery of Malay and English. Well-trained language teachers use interactive learning techniques. For example, debate, storytelling, and role-playing. Give the exposure to bilingual content. For example, English medium subject, cross-cultural learning, strengthening fluency. For example, we can look at Singapore's bilingual education model, produce globally competitive students. And here in Malaysia also we have the LP program, dual language program, incorporated in certain school that is qualified. And what the impact on students? Improve fluency in both bahasa and English, and higher confidence in global communication and career opportunities. So, the third one is equity, reducing achievement gaps. Student-led learning model empowers students to take initiative and make decisions. Teacher as a mentors guide students in public speaking, teamwork and critical leadership skills, because they need to learn from someone. If it's not a teacher, and who is it? Teachers are the medium to teach the student to think outside the box and critically, to train them critically. And what is the example? International Bachelorette, IB school focus on leadership and global citizenship. And what are the impact on students? Stronger leadership and teamwork abilities, high confidence in decision making and public speaking. And the fourth one is national identity, fostering patriotism and unity. Moral education teachers serve as a role models for ethical behavior. Character building program, for example, volunteerism, social responsibility projects, reinforce good values. For example, South Korean moral philosophy curriculum helps reduce youth crime rates. And what the impact on students? First, more responsible and ethical individuals, better self-discipline and emotional intelligence. The fifth one is ethic and spirituality, which is building strong moral character. Teacher quality aspect is ethic and moral education training ensures teachers serve as a role model for students. Religious studies teachers emphasize values such as honesty, respect, and responsibility. And what are the example? Malaysia Islamic and moral education, pendidikan Islam and pendidikan moral, is designed to instill ethical values, but effectiveness depends on teacher engagement. For example, what the impact on students are greater social responsibility and ethical behavior, increased involvement in volunteerism and community service. And the last one is the knowledgeable and globally competitive. The international trained teachers introduce global perspective in classroom to give them more exposure about what are the things outside our country, and the technology-driven instruction, for example, learning tools, coding, and global case studies prepare students for future careers. For example, Canada lifelong learning approach ensure graduates to stay competitive in worldwide. And what the impact on students, higher employability and adaptability in the workforce, improve digital literacy and technological proficiency. So let's look at the goals versus reality, whether our educational blueprint our national education blueprint 2013 to 2025 actually managed to set their goals or achieve their goals or not. So let's look at the PISA result. The comparison of PISA result, as we can see, Malaysia is one of the low global ranking. Malaysia ranks far below top performance country like China. The first one is China and Singapore. Even Finland, a model for education excellence, ranked 8th, while Malaysia is at 45. It was quite concerning. And readings, let's look at the criteria first. Is reading skills our weakness. Malaysia reading score is 415 is significantly lower than its math and science score. And this suggests students struggle with comprehension, critical thinking, and analytical reading. Let's look at the third point is STEM competency need improvement. Malaysia's score in mathematics is 440 and science 438 are below international benchmark, which is quite sad lah. Innovation-driven economies require strong STEM foundation, making this a critical area of concern. And the last one is the gap between the blueprint goals and versus reality. The Malaysia Education Blueprint 2030 to 2025 aims to push Malaysia into the top 1/3 of the PISA rankings. However, at 45th place, this goal is far from being achieved, and this aligns with the critics that the blueprint has been hardly a success by FMT 2023. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Badril Jamal from TESOL F, and I will be the third representation for this slide. Thank you for that insightful presentation. Now, as we come to the final section of our discussion, we will be focusing on 3 key areas: the impact of teacher quality on student performance, the challenges Malaysian teachers face, and potential solutions that can be implemented to improve teacher quality. These points will help us understand why investing in teachers is one of the most crucial steps towards improving education and student outcomes. Let's start by looking at how teacher quality directly influences student performance. As we move on to the first slide, which is the impact of teacher quality on student performance. It's no secret that a great teacher can make a huge difference in a student's academic success. Studies have shown that teacher competency is one of the most significant factors influencing students' achievement. But what exactly does this mean? Let's take Singapore as an example. Singapore's education system is well known for producing high-achieving students. And one of the main reasons for this is its strong emphasis on teacher training and competency. Teachers in Singapore don't just focus on academic subjects, they also incorporate values like self-awareness, responsible decision-making, and relationship management into their teaching. This helps students develop holistically, not just as learners, but also as individuals who can thrive in society. In addition, Singaporean teachers use a lot of student-centered learning and technology-driven approaches to improve engagement. As a result, their students consistently perform well in international assessment like the Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA. This shows us that having highly trained teachers leads to both better academic performance and development of essential 21st century skills. Now, the second slide, which is the power of teacher competency in student achievement. How strong is this correlation? How much does teacher quality really matter? Well, research from education experts such as Haiti, Sheerans, and Bosker and Rowan has confirmed that teacher impact on student learning has an effect ranging between 0.21 and 0.42. This may seem just These may seem just numbers, but in education research, these values shows a significant impact. Simply put, this means that a high quality teacher can drastically improve students' learning outcomes. In Singapore, this is clearly seen because of their strong teacher training programs. Their students consistently rank at the top globally. Another important finding is that skilled teachers are not only students academically, but also another important finding is that skilled teachers not only help students academically, but also enhance their critical thinking, self-awareness, and decision-making skills. This aligns with Singapore's approach, where teacher training includes student-centered learning and technological integration. So, what does this tell us? It tells us that investing in teachers through proper training and development leads to better educational outcomes. Countries that prioritize teacher training see continuous improvements in student performance. Now, for the third slide, which is challenges faced by Malaysian teachers. Now, let's bring back the focus to Malaysia. While we have many dedicated teachers, they face several challenges that impact the quality of education. Some of the most pressing challenges include workload, lack of technology integration, and gaps in professional training. Let's break this down. First of all, heavy workload and administrative tasks. Many teachers in Malaysia spend more time on paperwork and administrative tasks than on lesson planning. This reduces the time they can dedicate to actually engaging with students. For example, instead of focusing on personalized learning strategies, teachers are often bogged with reports and meetings. Secondly, limited use of technology in traditional classroom. While urban schools have access to smart classrooms, rural schools often lack basic technological tools. This creates a gap in education quality between students in different regions, making it harder for rural students to compete on the same level. And thirdly, gaps in professional training. Not all teachers receive training in modern teaching methodologies like flipped classroom or competency-based learning. Additionally, mentorships are limited, meaning teachers do not always get the guidance they need to improve their skills. To further illustrate these challenges, let's look at a survey conducted on novice teachers in Malaysia. For the first slide, which is the statistic on teacher challenges. Based on research, these are the 5 biggest challenges faced by new teachers and the percentage of teachers affected. The first challenge, which is workload, which has the percentage of 45.6%. The second one, instructional challenges, which is 28.8%. And thirdly, social status and identity, 24.3%. And fourthly, classroom management, which is 19.5%. And lastly, the challenge, which is relationship with students, which is 9.5%. As you can see, nearly half of the new teachers struggle with their workload. This is a serious problem because if teachers are overworked, they cannot focus on improving their teaching methods or giving students the attention they need. Another major challenge is classroom management, which affects nearly 1 in 5 teachers. Without proper training, managing students' behavior becomes difficult, making it difficult to maintain an effective learning environment. All these factors highlight the urgent need for better professional support for teachers. Now, let's move on to the solutions. What can be done to improve teacher quality in Malaysia? The second slide, which is solution and future improvement. To address these issues, several initiatives have been introduced to enhance teacher quality in Malaysia. Let's go through some of them. The first one, which is the Duta Guru program. This program, which launched in 2020, is a collaboration between Teach for Malaysia, Yayasan Petronas, and the Ministry of Education. It focuses on training STEM teachers, aiming to impact 4,500 teachers and nearly 4 million students by 2030. The goal is to equip teachers with critical thinking and problem-solving skills so they can deliver better STEM education. And secondly, Community Guru Digital Learning. Supported by UNICEF, this initiative helps teachers improve their digital skills. It offers a 5-module online training course covering lessons planning, digital content creation, and effective online teaching. With digital learning becoming more important, especially post-pandemic, this program is crucial for ensuring teachers stay up to date with modern teaching methods. And thirdly, Creative Culture 4.0 project. This initiative focuses on STEM education, more engaging through creative plays and gamification. It draws inspiration from inspirational best practices to ensure that students not only learn STEM concepts, but also enjoy the learning process. By implementing these solutions, we can help teachers overcome their challenges and improve the overall quality of education in Malaysia. So, to wrap it up here are the key takeaways from this section. Teacher quality is the backbone of education. Without well-trained teachers, student performance suffers. And secondly, Malaysia's education system have improved, but more reforms are needed. While initiatives like Malaysia's education blueprints have made progress, challenges still remain. And thirdly, investigating in teachers mean investing in the nation's future. A strong education systems depends on well-trained, motivated teachers. Ultimately, improving teacher quality should be a top priority. By addressing workload issues, integrating technologies, and enhancing professional development, we can ensure that our students receive the best possible education. With that, we conclude our presentation. Thank you for your time and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.